I've made quite a few videos on kind of more advanced video editing techniques and discussion topics, but one question that I've gotten quite a bit has been how to make cool fancy intros or outros and, the title reveals or the logo reveals or whatever to introduce your video without having crazy After Effects or Cinema 4D skills or even, a high-end video editor in the first place. And the short answer is you can't. But in finding in searching for a solution for you guys to recommend, the folks over at tubearsenal.com have reached out and wanted to sponsor this video for me to show off their platform for you to get easy intros, super customizable and everything without needing any software to actually make them yourself. And you don't even need any know-how. You just replace your text. So let's flip over to the desktop and check it out because it's honestly a pretty impressive site.
All right, here we have the Tube Arsenal website pulled up. Again, I do have a link in the description down below. If you click that link, it lets them know that I sent you. Would be greatly appreciated. But here is their website, and honestly, I am very impressed. I've used a lot of professional royalty-free stock footage libraries that honestly don't have as good of a website as this. Because first of all, you're presented with a nice, modern, responsive layout, and you can browse the templates and, things like that. But when you mouse over them, it actually loads the YouTube video and plays a preview of the intro. So you can get what you're looking for before you even click on it, nevertheless buy it. Now granted, some of the audio is a little loud, but it is pretty cool. That one's actually really cool. So we're gonna go to view templates here, and I'm just gonna quickly run you through, how to set it up, because branding intros can add a really cool, branding element to your videos. As long as you have a hook before you play the intro, intros can be great to remind people what channel they're on, what kind of content you make, and why they're subscribed to your channel. But they can be pretty difficult to make, and they can, even if you find templates, they can be difficult to customize too, because if your text doesn't fit, or you don't know the right way to use the program, or you just have the wrong version of the program that the template was made in, you can't do it. So this is really convenient, and what I really like, so there's some simple ones, and simplicity is important for channel graphics, as I've said many times. So here, this one is called Slam Banjo. Pretty basic. But then you have ones like this, which are Counter-Strike maps for a Counter-Strike channel. Like, it's got pans through the map of Dust 2 to reveal your text. Like, that is really freaking cool. So you have all of the templates you can browse here. You can browse through the individual pages. You can look for specific tags. For example, let's play glitch. I want a glitch intro. Oh, here's one. Another Counter-Strike one. That would actually be pretty cool for a Counter-Strike channel. We can click off of that. So they do have intros and outros. They currently only have one outro listed here, but they are adding more. And this outro is actually really cool. So here is the preview of it itself. Just your logo, some text, and then some video frames. Now, you're not going to be able to upload actual video files to preview it, but since annotations are dead and you're going to use the new actual outro cards, what you can do is you can actually upload custom image placeholder cards to say, or like the thumbnails of the video that you're using, or just general placeover of, random video, previous video, and then use the YouTube in cards to overlay over top of that. And I will hopefully have an example of that on screen for you here. So that's how you kind of find what you're looking for on the site. You go to templates, you can look for specific little tags here. You can browse the categories that they have selected, and again, they are adding multiple to it. And then you just select one. So we're going to pick one out here and actually edit it up. All right, so I really like this one. Number 135, King Bling. So you have some options. So the intros themselves are only $9, which may sound like a lot to a couple of you, but any of you who've actually priced expensive, professional graphics work, it is hundreds of dollars. It is hella expensive. So $9 for a basic 720p intro, which you can actually upscale in your video editor if you know what you're doing. If not, you can add $2 to get the 1080p version, and then you can preview it here, as just like here, and you can actually preview a still image or the full video, which loads the YouTube video, and then you can actually customize the video itself. So you do have the option to download the template if you just want to use this as a template site. That is an option if you have After Effects or Premiere or whatever software the specific template is made in. But the cool part is actually in customizing it yourself on the site, requiring zero software. So you can name the actual project itself. So I'll call this Bling Intro for Tutorial. And then you can give it the title. So here it loads up the title itself. So you can say EposVox. And then it loads YouTube channel icon later. So youtube.com/EposVox. Well, I guess I should make it in caps. And then you can actually choose a custom color for each of the text. So it's kind of purplish. So if I want like a dark greenish color for that, and then you can actually nudge the position of the text based and like scale it up and stuff, which is really cool. You have complete customizability here, which is awesome. And then you have the subtitle color itself. We can make that like a nice blue here, and you can actually change the background or change the full color itself. So you have an actual like hue adjustment bar here, which will show you a preview of the colors based on where you have it selected, which is freaking neat. So we're gonna put it there. And then you can buy the final movie. So we're gonna save the project name here, saving the project. That way if you need to edit it later, or if you're not ready to buy yet, but you wanna set up some examples and then come back and buy later, you have the option here, and see it's saved to my saved project folder. So now you can edit it again, or go ahead and buy the movie. Now, as I said before, again, you have the option of 720 or 1280 by 720 for $9, or add $2 for a 1080p, which is still only $11. Freaking fantastic. Now, here's a really cool thing that most people won't use, but I find to be particularly like really cool, is you have the option of the basic MP4 export, which is what most people should use, to be honest. Like that's all you need for most people. But if you're doing something in broadcast, or you really need to upscale it, for example, I make videos in 4K, so 1080p isn't 4K. I want the best possible means of upscaling to 4K. You can actually get the full ProRes 444 export, which allows you to get like a full color depth. It's just a way higher quality video file for only $2 more, which takes them a lot more work on their server side to export and upload, and it's going to be a bigger file, but it's really neat. I've already done one example in that 444 format, and I will show you. So we'll do this one as the MP4. And then you go ahead and fill out your information and pay, and I'll show you what happens after you pay to download the actual file. All right, once you have paid for your video file, it will show up here in the in progress in your job history, which you can click your account name and go to job history, and it shows you the status of it rendering and uploading. And then you can reuse the project to edit it and download later. And so you just kind of have to wait for it. Once it's done, you then see it in the finished renderings here, all the information about the project, when you ordered it, and you have up to 30 days to download the file. And you click download. I've already downloaded this one, so we will wait this out and download the MP4 of this. But it only takes at most like 10 minutes, but it doesn't, like you can see we're already up to 10%. It only takes a couple minutes. It's super freaking fast. Like even if you know what you're doing, even if you had this exact project template, like it would take longer to render on your computer than it takes to render through here, which is kind of cool. All right, and it took about 5 minutes to get the video file rendered and uploaded here, and then it automatically populated this page. Just go ahead and hit download, and then we will save it to a downloads folder here and click save, and it is 2.3 megabytes for the MP4, whereas my the ProRes copy is 102 megabytes. I mean, they're different outros, but actually the MP4 is 11 seconds, whereas the ProRes is 5 seconds. So you can get a rough estimate of the file from there, but then you have some files to work with. So MP4 should be compatible with just about any video editor or player. That's actually really cool. I should probably tweak the colors a little bit, but that's pretty freaking cool. And then this is the other one I ordered when I was messing with the site yesterday as a ProRes, and it's an MOV file because it's QuickTime ProRes format. But again, should work in any high-end editors, but may not work in your lower-end editors. But I love the animation with that controller there. It's just really cool, in my opinion. So this is Tube Arsenal in a nutshell. Then you can drag these files into your video editor and whatnot. But this is what is available to you. IMO, this is a really cool site. And I'm super glad that they reached out so we could work together for this, because I've been getting asked a lot, how can you make intros without having software or skills? This is the way, and they have many templates here that are actually pretty cool. Look at those clouds. I may actually use that one too. That one's kind of cool. I don't know what project I would use it for, but I really like that aesthetic. So, yeah. Oh, what is this one? I keep going down the rabbit hole every time I come to the site to like see the new intro templates that I haven't like stumbled across before. Okay, so this one I did want to add real quick here actually with this one. So this one is really super fancy, got a lot of effects going on, but it also has an intro. And you can see you have an example image that you can download here, which is supposed to be a PNG logo, and you have to fit it within that boundary. So then you can download a sample image to edit your own if you wish, and then pull it up in a graphics editor like GIMP or Photoshop or something, and basically plop your logo over top, delete the bottom layer, and your own logo could go in there as well. So some of them have options for logos, some of them, like the outro here, I showed you the outro, you can upload your own images for the placeholder slots, and so those are just image files. You can just upload, should be a widescreen image, and that's it. But you can change colors, background colors, text, images, logos, everything. It is pretty cool. Again, I do have a dedicated link to check out Tube Arsenal in the description down below. Just let them know I sent you.
So I hope you enjoyed this video on how to use Tube Arsenal to generate intro and outro graphics for your channel, for your stream, for your YouTube videos, or what have you. Simply and easily, and their prices are honestly dirt cheap. Like if you were to pay a professional graphics designer to hand make you your own customized intro, it could be hundreds of bucks, especially for real good motion graphics, whereas $9 for a basic intro is pretty sweet. My name has been EposVox, here to make tech easier and more fun. Smash the like button if you enjoyed, get subscribed for more awesome tech videos. Make sure you use my link for Tube Arsenal down in the description down below, and I will see you next time.